Right, oh, here we go.
Let's start with the Minister then. On a scale...
Seconds out.
From absolute...
I stand by the dossier. I'd have altered a small portion of it. I'm sorry I didn't give that impression when I dealt with it on air. It wasn't the greatest of interviews, I have to say. I'm not infallible, far from it. You can see from the scars and bruises I do slip up. But as I say, we move on, and I do very much regret this episode.
So,
It doesn't look particularly relaxed, does it?
was it subsequent embarrassment then at the personal attacks on Mr Morgan that led you to give the impression that somehow or other you had not approved those?
Well, you know, again, let's keep those in perspective, those five paragraphs, the things that...
What's he doing with his eyes?
But naturally, they picked on that small part of the document. And that's why, you know, had I seen that, we wouldn't have been letting them off the hook. We'd have gone just for the political aspects, which 99% of the document, of course, does.
Oh my God.
He's got a nervous blink.
That's a mega blink. It's not just a blink.
He looks like what happens when you punch a cow.
What happened?
No, I mean, I certainly inadvertently dropped my staff in it, there's no question of that, and I apologise for that. But I sped read it. I didn't read it properly. I mean, that's not a defence. I should have read it properly, but it wasn't second thoughts.
Oh my God, this is like watching a lion rape a sheep, but in a bad way.
The cameramen are laughing.
Like a chicken, he's like an enormous chicken.
Because we don't want to let the Labour Party off the hook on this.
Well, it has.
The issues,
I would suggest to you that you have let the Labour Party off the hook on this with what's gone on over the last week.
That's a very fair point.
What he's been saying, which is basically...
Pull it, give him the signal.
If he shits, I'll give you 500 quid.
Sure, but it's the process of the release of the dossier that I'm trying to understand in terms of what happened with your leadership this week.
I signed it off. I didn't read it properly. That's the effect of... But as I say, in my defence, first of all, it was a very, very busy week. And secondly, it was a very long, very detailed, excellent document with just 5 small paragraphs that I would have changed the emphasis of those.
Okay.
Well, he certainly looked like a nutter.